Is referee Rob Jackson back here with another review. Today referee reacts to the original story that everyone missed from Resident Evil. This is about Claire Redfield. This is something that I've been wanting to get into as of late. I have to air my car out, but in the meantime, let's get to the video. And by the way, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel of the Bengal Dragon. This is Tanvir Syed. This man has put so much work and effort into making this video. He has really learned and understood the psychology of Claire Redfield through the video games, through Code Veronica Resident Evil Degeneration, through Resident Evil 2, like Resident Evil 3, etc., etc. So please go subscribe to the Bengal Dragon. Check out his gaming GMVs, his gaming music videos, because he is a legally blind man YouTuber who has put so much effort into music videos for God of War, for Resident Evil, for The Evil Within, for The Last of Us. Like, please go ahead, check out his GMVs. Let's get right into the video.
Hello everyone and welcome to this video. This is Tanvir Syed, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe and bell notification buttons, as all your support really helps this legally blind YouTube content creator remain motivated to continue making a variety of videos on this channel, touching on several topics. The reason I'm making one more video about this, if you already noticed my previous few videos, is that especially with the last video, I realized that it wasn't structured well enough. So it went all over the place, and I felt that it deserves much better structure and much better quality. So as you can see, I have pulled out the better microphone. I have used the better software, although it's not that good at masking, but that's the best I can do. I also felt that I did not tell the full story the last time, because I actually did a bit more research. And what I found out is that the tragic story of Claire Redfield is actually worse than I thought. It has gotten to a point where even I didn't think it was going to be this bad. So I felt that another final video was required to summarize and to basically completely explain the character arc of Claire Redfield. Yep. The original Claire Redfield, not the remake. I'm going to talk about the character arc of Claire Redfield and not the gameplay. As someone who plays video games, I never found Resident Evil as impressive as Metal Gear Solid or God of War. So this is not going to be about the gameplay.
I don't know.
Rather, this is going to be about the character arc. Finally, you might have noticed the strange nature of my previous video involving Batman. I had to do that when the original uploads were actually taken down due to copyright issues. Yeah. So if you see something along those lines in this video as well, know that this video that you're watching right now is a re-upload. And finally, given the length of this video and the clips that you're about to see, I have put in a lot of hard work in this video. So I would deeply appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and even share this video with someone that you would think would find this content to be interesting.
In the playlist.
I will refer to the original video, however, because there are some points that will be repetitive, and I do not wish to go too much into detail about that. The link for the original video is in the description below, and I will provide timestamps on exactly which points I am referring to in the original video for your reference purposes. All right, I'm done with the wacky background that I had. The software I have, it doesn't do a good job of masking, especially when there's no background selected or a blank black screen selected. And no, I'm not going to re-record that part again because there's already a lot to record. I'm just going to use the background that I have basically of my bedroom. So basically no background. To start with, ignoring all the supplementary material such as comic books, such as director's notes and whatnot. And basically the justification of which is in the original video at around the 11-minute mark. Because I have shown that there are several inconsistencies when it comes to those supplementary material. The in-game personality of the original Claire Redfield has been shown to be that of a person who is enormous hearted and who is very generous and who wants to help people, but not to the point where she's a doormat. She is not romantically involved with anyone and she doesn't want to date anyone. There is one exception to this rule, however, and who is also God conscious.
My God has protected you. It will always be with you.
Now, if you believe the director's version of the explanation on why she used the word God, that would not only explain that she is God conscious, but that would imply that she is religiously superstitious, because people who are not God conscious don't believe in such charms. Next,
sure.
This might sound a bit repetitive,
depending on
but just
what,
bear with me.
Like,
she
Christ followers do not believe
really
in superstition.
wants to help people as long as you
certain
don't give her
superstitions.
a reason to dislike you. Her default setting appears to be that she wants to help you. For other people, their default setting, generally to people they don't know that well, is indifference. But to Claire Redfield, she really wants to help people, and this has been shown throughout her appearances. For example, in Resident Evil 2, she gave Sherry the clothes off her back. In Resident Evil Code Veronica, she gave Rodrigo, who basically simply opened the cell door and sat down on his chair.
Hair being down
Because keeping her captive in an island that was attacked was completely pointless. She gave him the light in her hand and medicine to heal her wounds, and even offered to help him with the medication. Even in Resident Evil Degenerations, when the people hear a human type scream, Claire is the one who says that they have to help.
What was that?
Someone who isn't infected.
It sounds like
And
that sounds like
back to
me
Veronica,
in Five Nights at Freddy's.
despite
What the fuck?
Steve giving her reason after reason not to like him, Claire almost forgives everything when she finds that Steve might be hurting inside or has some emotional pain.
Oh
see,
man, Tan, I
this thing
wish
is
you
a
would
lot
have
more
seen
reliable
the
than any
dynamic
person.
between Claire and Steve around this time.
Than people? Steve, what were you doing here? Who brought you here, and where is your family?
Next, and this is something I missed the last time. She actually values keeping promises a lot. I have noticed that she uses that word quite a bit.
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. Remember your promise. Chris, promise me. Please promise that you won't leave me alone again.
I am gonna come back. I promise.
I'll be back. I promise.
Yeah, that one was for a arcade. I promise.
So for her, keeping promises is a very important thing. Now, this, along with the Steve factor that I mentioned, keep these in mind because these will become important soon enough later on in this video. This is something that I actually failed to mention in the previous video. In Code Veronica, there are actually two main stories being told: the foreground story and the background story. In the foreground, the story is mostly about the T Veronica virus. However, the foreground story is discredited when Wesker mentions this in the end.
Well done, Chris. It turns out that Alexia's work wasn't much of anything. So now the only thing left is revenge.
So, to supplement this, all you need to know from the foreground story is that Wesker is alive, and Chris and Wesker will face off in another game where you actually have control over Chris. This is further compounded by the fact that the events of Rockford Island or Antarctica or Code Veronica in general is barely ever mentioned in a canonical Resident Evil game.
Oh, and by the way, they really fucked that up in the Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil movies, where they come to Antarctica and they're on the ship and they expect us to think that like fucking they expect us to think that like, you know, we'll get what is it, like they expect us to think that like, oh, like this is like tied up to the games. The only way it's tied to the games are certain scenes or certain characters are from the games, and that's it. And they still mess it up.
Dark Side Chronicles not counting, in other Resident Evil games, I barely came across any significant mention of the events of Code Veronica. But to understand the background story a bit better, pay attention to these cutscenes and how Claire might perceive it from her perspective.
I was a prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing you're not from Umbrella either.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire? Nice. I'll remember that. Hey, I heard there's an airport around here. Well, once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island. Well, I'll see ya.
Hey, wait up!
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down. Well, that file shows the latitude and longitude of this place. Why don't you send your brother the coordinates and ask him to come help?
Thanks, I'll do that.
Hey, I was just kidding. There's no way he could get here, even if he is your brother.
Yes, he can, I'm sure of it.
No way. He won't come. You'll just end up disappointed if you rely on others. Believe me, I know.
What was that all about?
Now, what do you think?
See you around, Claire. Adios.
Hey, wait, Steve!
Don't worry, Claire. Your knight in shining armor is here.
I actually thought about this one because for the longest time, this specific cutscene stood out to me. Now I realize that this was not Steve flirting with Claire. No, this is worse. This is Steve insulting Claire. This is Steve saying that Claire is some type of soft, dainty princess who needs a knight in shining armor to protect her because she's too weak to protect herself.
Oh, just wait
And
until
the
you get to your later
response that is
videos,
elicited
buddy.
by this condescending is,
You wish. But thanks for the help.
See? This is why you need me. I got your back.
Whatever. Here, take these.
Machine guns? For me?
You know the deal, in exchange for your Lugers.
Okay. This thing is too cool. Yes! Now this is my kind of weapon. All right! Huh? Hey, this thing's empty. You cheated me.
Up there, plenty of ammo, just for you.
Way up there?
Give me a boost and I'll get it for you.
But it wasn't like a malicious insult, though.
You still have plenty of ammo. You don't have to worry about holding back. Do you want me to take care of this for you, little boy?
You see? This thing is a lot more reliable than any person.
Than people? Steve, what were you doing here? Who brought you here and where is your family?
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it.
I can understand why he doesn't
Steve.
want to talk about it, but you don't waste ammo like that. Come on, man.
Never mind. Let's get going.
It's okay now. Just rest.
Just in case this gets
Wait!
muted.
What's going on?
Steve!
I was gonna say, aim to the left.
A secret door!
After her.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just a scratch.
It's finally over.
Claire, I'm sorry. I know I caused a lot of trouble for you.
No, it's okay. It was hard for both of us.
Well, I really hope you find your brother. I know what it's like to be alone.
Oh, Steve.
This, the most cringe-worthy scene in the entire game, deservedly so. Remember, Claire does not perceive this. So from Claire's perspective, this doesn't count.
It's all my fault.
Don't say that. Listen to me. We'll escape from here. Together. Come on.
By the way, shout out to Allison
We've
Court.
got to shut off the gas.
This woman is fucking
If we
amazing,
split
man.
up,
Like
we'll have a better chance of
had
stopping
written a
it.
comic, and
Okay.
I'm gonna do a synopsis on it.
Steve.
Just on the first volume. I
Don't
know
forget.
I'm waiting for the second
We'll
volume
get
to come
out
out
of
because I want to
here.
do a synopsis on the first and second
Together.
volume. But shout out to Allison Court, the voice actress for Claire Redfield.
Steve!
She had written a comic, and man, it is awesome. So look it up if you can. I'll
Hold
do a
on.
synopsis
I'll
on
wake
it.
that monster and come back.
Claire, forget about me. Run! I'm sorry. I failed you.
Don't worry about it. Let's go.
The background story, however, is that of the mental devastation of Claire Redfield. Let me illustrate this a bit further. Notice how she begins the game. And this is something I should have highlighted further in my previous episode. Notice her expressions from the time she realizes that Steve is a monster until the end of the game. That is not an expression of fear. She genuinely looks like she's about to cry. Think about that. A monster is hacking away at some bars, trying to kill her. And instead of running away or running to the other side of the room or trying the door again, she is looking at him about to cry. Steve meant that much to her? This also tells you that part of her maybe believed that Steve is actually gone and replaced by this monster.
Because when you go through so much with someone, you bond so quickly.
There should be a self-destruct system somewhere. If you activate it, all the electronic locks might be deactivated. You've made it!
Of course.
Notice that even after giving Chris specific instructions to set off the self-destruct sequence, Claire acts surprised at Chris's success. Keep this in mind, because this
She
will
doesn't
become
necessarily
very
act
important
surprised.
later on in
She's
the video. Also,
thankful that he made
this
it.
is something I missed in the previous episode, and this further shows that Claire's story has been moved.
So she doesn't necessarily act surprised, but she's glad that that he made it.
To the background, almost literally.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the episode here. We're going to continue with part 2 of the review of the original Claire Redfield story everyone missed. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family if you think it's appropriate. If you think it's inappropriate, share with your friends and the entire internet. My name is Referee Rob Jackson. Make sure you subscribe to The Bengal Dragon and check out his videos, especially on the Resident Evil and Claire Redfield stuff. Dude, trust me, this man has gone into depth of it, and in this video, he goes into certain things, and then he starts to fucking build up to it. Trust me, you guys will love it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye, everybody.